Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you see me?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Can you see me?
Yeah, your camera's on, man.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's been on the whole time. Uh,
That's cool.
yeah. Let me grab a beer out of the refrigerator right
Oh
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go for it.
Oh, wait. No, I got a part one over here. Okay. Yeah, no, that was weird, man. And all the damn electricity went out.
It just cut out all of a sudden.
Yeah, the entire house. Yeah. And then
Oh,
it about like less than a minute later, it came back on.
huh.
But
Interesting.
there has been a storm here. I mean, but I didn't hear any lightning or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Pro
but it was,
Probably a breaker just kind of got
yeah,
brushed or something. I don't know.
yeah. But it is weird that these like these archontic forces or whatever they're like live inside electricity or some they're somehow connected to electricity.
Yeah, it's interesting. In context of what you're talking about, the internet is that it's actually the ether.
The internet is the ether.
The internet is the ether.
That's fascinating. Yeah, uh, I came up with this theory. That the black goo
That's why they call it the Ethernet. Ethernet.
that makes total sense, and I'm way into etymology, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Ethernet, of course.
So, and we're able to communicate worldwide with it, and it's it's uh it's great. It's fucking they don't own the fucking ether. They don't own the fucking internet. I'm talking about the dark ones, man. This technology, as far as I'm concerned, is neutral, and they don't fucking own it. And I think that there are higher forces at work here that are they're actually on the side of humanity, trying to assist us in pulling shit together. Of course, we're the ones that are unfolding it. We're the ones that are doing the work here on ground fucking level. But yeah, man, I got fucking interference with my students, not just the first time, and I had to reschedule the person I talked to tonight, but even tonight, man. And there was shit trying to write on her, trying to discourage her, and tell her that this isn't supposed to happen because it's not working right. And I said, no, that's fucking bullshit. This is happening because something powerful is about to fucking take place. And it did. It was a very powerful initiation session I had with her, man. So yeah, it's just it's petty fucking interference, man. That's one way of looking at it, or it's just fucking a storm. You know,
Yeah, or both somehow.
either way it happens. So it's not
Yeah,
you know
but it was just like right when I asked you like probably maybe like an important question or whatever. You remember what I asked you?
Yeah, you were talking about how it was with me, like
No,
when I was a kid.
well, no, yeah, I was asking if you had some type of plan like that they gave you.
Well, check this out, man. And I've talked about this in segments. The very first memory that ever came to me, I was an infant, okay, in my infant form physically. I came into full waking consciousness, and then I said unto myself, "Oh, I'm back. Oh, I'm back." And I looked around, and I was in my parents' room, right, laying on the bed. I knew I was an infant, and then I said to myself, "Oh, I must have a mother. Where is she at?" And then I started calling for her, and of course, a baby cries, when they're an infant. But I was fully aware, just as much as I am now, of myself, my surroundings, and I said to myself, "Holy shit, I'm back." And that of course was blocked for fucking years, and then that finally came back to me. I have friends that told me that they remember being born and shit. you
Wow,
know, like coming
wow.
down the fucking birth canal and all this kind of stuff. So but I'll take a goddamn fucking lie detector test on that shit. You know
Yeah,
that that actually fucking happened. I said, "Oh, I'm back." And so where I hail from originally, man, is technically in terms the original fucking universe, man. And we're here. I mean, you may be one of those individuals as well, but it was a bad fucking deal coming in because of the fact that the dark ones still had jurisdiction. Say, "Oh, you motherfuckers want in? well, this is the fucking deal.
And they took your memory.
Yeah, you know, I definitely went through a memory wipe type of situation, and they got half of the original template that I came in with, and I since have had to claim it again, going through the process I have, man, and you know, basically claim it back and say, you know what, give me back what the fuck belongs to me, so I can do what I'm here to do. And you know, the fact is, as far as I'm concerned, where I'm standing in position, the dark ones don't have jurisdiction here anymore, man. And if they want to try to fuck with what's meant to unfold, then it's just with where things are going, man. They're gonna have to eat their own fucking shit, man. They've been doing this for the last 26,000 fucking years, right? And their jurisdiction is over. Just nobody knows it because they're still caught in the paradigm of you know, everything that's been presented in context to, you know, say a lot of the conspiracy stuff, and it's a lot to fucking go into. It's a lot to fucking take in and consider, and okay, what's true, what's not true. You know, is this all just fucking bullshit? Because I consider that. I consider the fact that everything that I talk about and what I think I know is absolute fucking horseshit. But at the same time, there's just way too many confirmations, man. Not just with other people, but reference material when it comes to the occult that I've looked into that's confirmed things. So no, all of this is very, very fucking real. Like why would we be doing what we do otherwise, man? You know?
Yeah, there's and there's a lot of shit in the world that doesn't make sense. In other words, the world, if you think about it, it runs too smoothly. If everything was just all chance, you know what I mean? It's like it's like it orchestrated.
Are you talking about how people live their lives and just everything in the construct and?
Yeah, just just like the whole Big Bang theory that everything's like a big accident. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Right, no, the universe has always existed, man. There was no beginning to it, and there will never be an end. It just is. It just is. It always has been.
Yeah, and there's
And,
patterns. There's patterns to it. It's not just a bunch of random shit.
yeah, and this isn't the only fucking universe, too. We live in a less progressive universe where it takes time within the grid works of infinity for certain things to manifest, right? And certain things manifest quicker than others. You know, something could take 20 years to manifest. You know, something else can manifest within the matter of, you know, 2 to 5 fucking minutes. It just depends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once you see it for what it is, you can go, oh, you know, I've always fucking existed. And I am connected to eternity now, right fucking now, right this moment, right? It's not gonna, you know, it didn't happen in the past, and it's, you know, it's definitely there potentially in the future, but it's always, you know, present with us, man. And it's like, if people could just shut the fuck up for 1 minute, you know, and you know, go off into nature somewhere and just listen to that inner knowing, and let it reveal to you what it wants to show you. Fuck, man, I that's what I really encourage people to do. It's like, get offline and you know, stop looking into all this stuff, because you're getting pulled into all sorts of fucking different directions, and then you get caught in the labyrinth. It's a fucking labyrinth, man. All the stuff that we're dealing with.
So it's almost like that internal dialogue. You know, to be able to shut off
What's that?
To be able to shut off the internal dialogue.
Yeah. And you notice all the cross chatter up in your head. You know, it's like you got all this stuff, like you can't sleep at night, or I'm a night owl anyway. But yeah, man, it's, you know, the whole concept of meditation, right? Like, if you can't quiet the mind, enough to be able to be still, then you're not going to hear anything beyond all of the static that's there to distract you from what's actually true.
Yeah, and you're not really truly in control of yourself.
No, it's, exactly. People are being ran by all these fucking programs within their energy bodies and the mind. And most of the mind control, it's emotional. It's emotional mind control. And it's, yeah,
Yeah.
they want to keep they want to keep people on a delta, theta, beta brainwave frequency.
It's just like in that book, The 48 Laws of Power, which supposedly is a secular book, but
Oh, dude, that's a great fucking book, man.
it says the greatest single barrier to power is emotion. Meaning that emotion is the great single greatest barrier to power, meaning that, you'd be more powerful if you were like emotionless, or, but,
I don't necessarily agree with that aspect of it, but
but it does say that the biggest emotion that's the biggest barrier to power is anger. I think it's true because anger can really fuck you up.
yeah, and well, anger is interesting because if you channel it correctly, it can launch you into fucking full on awakening and true empowerment.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Right, if you can channel
like,
it, even fear can, even though fear is like a bad thing, but your fear properly channeled can do some good.
And fear transmuted is courage. Fear and courage is the same frequency, man. It's just like, okay, how are you gonna fucking ride this shit? Fight or flight, types of fucking situations, man. It's the same. It's the same energies that we all have to work with that are on the polarity, and then the where we become disempowered is when we get pulled to the extreme. Like if you get pulled into your fucking anger and then you just fall into like depression and fucking hopelessness and fucking despair. Anger is a higher frequency than sadness and hopelessness and disempowerment. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, unbridled, out of control fucking anger. Yeah, you're gonna lose your fucking power, man. You're just, because you're literally giving your power away over to whatever you're fucking projecting upon, saying, you're fucking doing this to me, and then it's just like right there, you fucking lost. And take it back to the warriors, man. The concept of the peaceful warrior. And when we're still and when we're calm and when we're in that still place within ourselves, that's where the true power is, man. And that's being in the fulcrum where and when you're in that shit, nothing can fuck with you, man, because and you're not going to allow yourself to get drawn out. So yeah, I agree with that. And but I'm looking at it from a few different angles. So because I got a lot of Mars energy, man. So
you got a lot of Mars energy.
A lot of Mars, yeah.
You mean just at this moment, in this time of year, or this time of the week, or just in this part of your life?
With my astro-psychological disposition, because Mars rules Scorpio, and so I got a lot of Mars energy running, when in context to my psyche, man. So, and that's how I approach life too. It's like, approaching life and certain situations with that energy, man, is definitely fucking necessary. But it's not like going out of my way to be an asshole for no fucking reason. When I was younger, it was out of control, and I didn't have power. I would just give my power away constantly in context to what you're saying with that law, getting into that book, man. So anyway, great fucking book, man. And I haven't read all of it. I have it, but I haven't gone through all the laws, man.
I got the audio version, so I listen to it a lot.
Right. Cool, man. No, I think I think that speaking with you tonight was necessary, man, because we're all doing what we're doing, right? But you know, you messaged me and you know, a long time ago, actually, I remember. And,
It was
I'm
weird.
finally just now getting around to it, man.
I know it. Another thing that was weird about it is I was talking to another guy that in our group tonight. I don't know, Adam Subtractum. You know who he is?
No.
Well, he's, in our little group, there's only like 20 people in there.
Okay.
Did
Are
you?
you talking about the one on Facebook?
Yeah, that one with KJ. KJ's the 5-star group.
Right.
That's a weird group, man. I mean, it's not an official group. It's just like a chat, really. But but I guess there must be a lot of chats like that. But it's the first one like I've been in like that. Except I was in that one that was the white, Nate Gray's little chat. But I got thrown out of that one. But then I got put back in it. There's some weird people in that.
Right.
Are you in that one?
I get on the 5-star one that KJ made every now and then, man. But like I said, man, I'm really focused on, just working with my students and.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was talking to this guy, Adam Subtractum, which me and him are getting kind of close. But and we were talking about you before. I don't know, maybe about 20 or 30 minutes or so before you reached out to me. So I thought that was weird.
Oh, you mean tonight?
Yeah, we weren't saying anything in particular. It was just like, we weren't like gossiping or anything, but we were asking, well, what do you think about this person? What do you think about that person? And your name came up, and neither one of us, really knew you or anything like that. And then you messaged me after that, so that's kind of synchronistic or whatever.
Yeah. I felt to reach out tonight, man. And it's good because I can tell I can gauge your energy, man, and I can tell that you definitely have a lot of questions about a lot of fucking shit, and just like all of us, man, we're all trying to find the answers to those questions, man. And I'm not saying I have all of them, but I can definitely tell that you're a seeker of truth, man, and that I think that you are in alignment with what is meant to unfold, man. And I had to say that, and I want to do a segment with you like we talked about, and we can get into whatever the fuck you want, man. I'm down.
Cool, awesome. So we got a date set and everything. Badass.
Yep. Yeah, Thursday the 24th, man.
Kick
6. So we'll do it on Skype then, like this, or
yeah. And so
I'll have my fucking camera on for that, man.
Okay, sure. And let me tell you, I mean, not that it's either here or there, but yeah, I mean, we're on Skype right now, and the way that software is set up, it just records automatically. So I mean, I could go back and listen to this conversation, but I mean, I'm not, it's not, it's just, it's just here. I mean, I just wanted you to know that, just because, I mean, it's.
Oh, it records automatically?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool,
so
man.
I could go back and listen to our conversation if I wanted to,
Right on, man. Yeah, fucking, I don't know how to record on Skype. So that's why I suggested Zoom, because it has a record feature on there. So
well, let me tell you,
it's cool either way, man. Like I was saying.
But after we do our interview, I can send you files. I can send you a file. I can render it where we're side by side and it shows both of us and everything. Or I can send you a separate file where you just, you know what I mean? I'll send you the files.
Okay.
Can
you send the one tonight? The one this conversation right now?
Yes, I can. And I can send it a number of different ways. I can send it. Any way I send it, you're going to hear both of our voices. Oh, well, right. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, it's your camera isn't on, so it'd be the same. I just send it. Yeah. Cool. I can send it.
Because I think we've touched upon some pretty cool things, man. I got a lot of archives with people that aren't public, and it's great, man, because the networks are fucking expanding, man. And
so, and I'll have your email already, so that's how I would send it to you.
Concerns.
But it wouldn't come from me. It would come from this deal called WeTransfer.
Okay.
Because that's a service that you can send large files on.
Okay, is that something I'd have to upload onto my
No,
computer? Oh,
it's just I'm just saying it wouldn't be when I send it to you. It won't be like from me. It'll be from WeTransfer.com. So just you know, be know that that's who it's going to come from.
okay, is that going to come via email
Yeah,
then?
email, and then you can just download it from there. You don't have to sign up for anything or download any program or anything.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Right on. Yeah, I'm trying to learn about better ways to do this sort of thing. I have my method and system and stuff like that, and it works. But yeah, I've never heard of that, so that's
Well,
cool, man.
yeah, Zoom. I mean, Zoom is kick ass. That's what Rex Bear uses on the Leak project,
Hmm.
and I think they've gotten some better features over time. But I think that's for some reason it doesn't work. It works with Mac, but I can't do the recording or something. It's something like that. I can't remember.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's no worries, man. However you want to do it, it's fucking cool with me.
Kick ass.
Um, let's see here. But yeah, just what I was talking about the networks expanding, and we my goal when I came onto the Basis project back in 2016, my goal back then is the same as it is leading up to the present moment, and that's to expand these fucking networks and we'll really work together with people, man, to build this and inform people, and a lot of that shit didn't fucking happen back in 2016, man. Just all this fucking infighting and people fucking at each other's fucking throats, man. And I'm going like, how the fuck is this ever gonna happen?
Especially in the election. Look at what the election did.
Or are you talking about with Trump?
Yeah, the presidential election. I mean, that just tore everybody apart.
Yeah,
Just as it was designed to do.
yeah, it's fun. The funny thing with Trump, get me going on fucking Trump, man. God damn it. Fuck the government, fuck politics, fuck it all. It's just all bullshit, man.
Yeah, it's
It's
just a
just
game.
it's fun. It's funny though because when he came into office after the elections or whatever, you people that think they fucking know what's going on got raked the fuck out with that shit. Did you notice that?
That what happened?
They were like, oh, Trump is gonna fucking he's the fucking one that's gonna change everything. They got raked, man. I don't know what you feel. I don't know how you feel about Trump or
I don't.
politics or whatever.
I don't own a TV, and I don't. I gave up on politics a long time ago. I think it's just a mind control deal, just like religion.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the word government itself literally means mind control.
I know it, and I mean, I'm convinced that.
I'm a fucking anarchist, man. Straight the fuck up, man. So, um,
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about politics.
yeah, it's politics is a fucking puppet show for children that have not grown the fuck up.
It is. It really is. I mean, the whole left-right paradigm is just a joke.
Yeah, and that left-right paradigm is playing itself out on a multidimensional level, man. And not just in politics, but literally with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Right on down to the consciousness being split within the individual,
Yeah.
where they're being conquered within themselves, with the relationship they have with themselves.
Yeah, the brain also like the brain being split into two.
Yeah, it's a very subtle form of schizophrenia, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I held practice as a psychologist when I lived in Southern California, man. I had to leave that shit though, because the people I was working with, they weren't on the fucking level, man. I was at table with other PhD fucking psychologists, man, and they couldn't fucking hang with me. They're like, "How do you know what you know?" And I said, "Well, I went to a different school. I went to the school of the fucking occult, the real fucking knowledge of how things fucking work, how the mind fucking works and everything, man."
Mm-hmm.
And these people I was working with, man, they went to UCLA and what was the other university there in California?
Berkeley.
Fucking
Berkeley.
I don't want to say Stanford.
Was it Berkeley?
No, it wasn't Berkeley. It was fucking UCLA, man.
Uh-huh.
And and I'm sitting there with these people going, why the fuck are you even in this practice?
They don't know shit, do they?
You don't even know who the fuck you are.
Right.
And you want to go out of your way to try to fucking assist somebody else. And see, they didn't give a shit about people getting fucking better. When I got into that practice, man, my goal was to actually assist my clients, and I did. I had one client that was he was fucking, what was it? Yeah, he was schizophrenic, and he was dealing with some other fucking shit on pills, man. All of my clients are on fucking meds, and it was horrible, man. It was absolutely fucking horrible. I sat with this guy, and I told him, after talking with him and assessing my clients, I pretty much told him, I was like, dude, there's really actually nothing wrong with you, man. But he would tell me about these conversations he would have with like 5 different, personalities or whatever. And when he told me this shit, this is fucking crazy, okay? When he told me this shit, he literally fucking laid out Carl Jung's map of the psyche without even fucking knowing it.
Wow.
And then I said, this is all you, man. You just don't know how to bridge this shit. And I taught him how to bridge it, and within a month, he was out, off the fucking meds, and moved on with his fucking life. But he wanted it. He wanted to get out. He wanted to get better. Other clients that I fucking had, they didn't want to get fucking better. And that's another reason why I ended up fucking leaving, because I ain't gonna fucking work with somebody that isn't gonna actualize within themselves. You're just wasting your fucking time, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They want to be crazy.
Yeah, or they want to
get attention or something.
Reap the benefits and not actually having to take responsibility for their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And they live in these homes and everything's fucking provided for them. And
yeah, they don't have to work.
No. And that was something I was trying to drive with a few other of my clients, and it was like pulling fucking teeth. It's like, get up off your fucking ass and make your fucking bed, dude. Cook your own food, wipe your own fucking ass.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm not here to do that. And it takes a very special kind of person to be a caretaker. Okay. That's not what I was hired on for, but that's what, these clients that I had, expected on a certain fucking level, and I wasn't fucking having it. And there was a lot of fucking fights and arguments and threats and fucking all sorts of crazy shit, man, in that field, man. And then I'm working with other fucking, psychologists that are also working in tandem with fucking psychiatrists that are working for the fucking pharmaceutical companies. And it's fucked up, man, because I presented a total complete makeover in context to natural holistic medication. Okay, getting into holistic medicine and herbs and all that kind of stuff. And I did it for all my clients. I checked out everything that they were dealing with, and I said, this is what they need. And they said, we can't do that, because if we do, we're going to lose our funding.
That's right.
And see, they don't want people to get fucking better, man. They want people to stay fucking sick.
Yeah.
On top of the fucking fact that this is happening in Southern California, in Antelope fucking Valley, Palmdale, Lancaster, and this is where Lockheed and Martin's at too as well, man. Lockheed and fucking Martin. They had underground fucking draconian fucking bases there and shit. And I remember listening to James Bartley, man, back in the day when I was living there. And he was literally talking about the fucking area I was living in, man. So that was going on as well. But this is what I'm talking about with the frequency, man, because the archons, okay, this is how they're riding in, man. If a person's system isn't alkaline, if it's not fucking alkaline and it's acidic, and you're taking all these fucking drugs and all, you are 100% susceptible, whether you're conscious of it or not. You're getting. End result of that is physical fucking death. you know, whereas, you know, things, taking it back to the original before all this fucking shit happened fucking millions of years ago, we did not die physically. And now you got this whole transhuman timeline coming into play as well, where they're going to give people everlasting life through technology. That's the fucking goal, you know, to create that surrogate body to be able to transfer, you know, consciousness into it, man.
I don't think they can do
that. Well,
or if they can, it's be a perversion, you know. It's not going to be, it's going to be like a phantom or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of people say that they're not going to be able to, or they can't, but I actually honestly feel that they already can, and they're fucking doing it.
But certainly there has to be a cost. I mean, it can't, you know, they can put a soul in a computer, you think, or what, or just a consciousness, or what?
Well, that's the goal, and that's what is actually ultimately meant to replace the human 2.0, right? The augmented human, that's faster, more efficient, you know, doesn't die, doesn't get sick, you know, this kind of stuff. But the reason we're getting sick and fucking dying is because we're getting bombarded by all this fucking shit going on, man. And you know, and if they just taught us the fucking fact that we are the true technology, okay, then we wouldn't have to, you know, look outside of ourselves for
exactly
sort of you know, I'll say connection to anything that would sustain us eternally. And that's what we've been cut off from. We've been cut off from eternity, and we are in the thrall of infinity. It's just the same. It's just the same feedback loop, man. And the infinity symbol is the 8 turned fucking sideways, and the 8, the symbol, the sigil 8, is the circle of the fulcrum folded in on itself, man. Okay, you know, numbers are fucking symbols too, right? Mm-hmm. What do they actually mean? Right. The student that I talked to tonight, she was a life path 8, and I actually got into this, you know, the extremes that they could go to, and it was ironic because they have a lot of Libra, you know, energy to work with, to find that balance and harmony. When you find that, that's when the circle fucking opens up, and within the fulcrum, you're in connection to that which is eternal, right? But the infinite feedback loops. Listen, man, this is all the shit that people are caught in. All of it, all of it out there, man. And I think it's important to know. But you know, how the fuck are we going to navigate this shit? You know, what do you think about what I'm talking about, man?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds that circle 8. It's almost like you're going around in a racetrack. You know, you just never get off of it.
Yeah.
And also, it's 8. 8 is a number that's very associated with the pharaonic dominators.
Can you talk about that a little bit? That's interesting.
Well, there's a guy that more or less coined the term, but that's the people that are living. It's the old, as far as I can tell, it's the pharaonic bloodlines from Egypt that have now moved into Switzerland. And I think that that's really kind of, in a way, what controls this quote-unquote Illuminati. But I feel like that I'm on the bloodlines of the pharaonic dominators. And not.
You're saying that's the bloodline that you incarnated into?
I think so. I'm not really sure. I know I have Scott Irish, you know, blood and Scott blood, and I have tattooed stuff on my bodies like runes and stuff like that, and like this symbol off the Bressay stones in the Orkney Islands in Scotland and stuff. And I just don't know why, but you know, I resonate with the whole Nordic.
Yeah.
So it's you know, how much of it is just human, you know, fascination, and how much of it is genetics. I really don't know.
Well, it's a bit of both, I would say.
But I did do a blood test within the last year, and I am a type O negative.
Okay, right. Well, yeah, that makes total fucking sense, man. And
I already knew I was before I did the test. I already knew what it was going to be.
right. So yeah, the pharaonic, bloodlines. See, there's the pure bloodline, pharaonic, bloodlines, and this is going back to the wisdom councils, man. This is going back to like even before the fucking cataclysm of Atlantis and all that kind of shit. Egypt is way fucking older than people can even fucking wrap their tiny little fucking fingers, man. It's and no, there's no historian out there that can tell you when Egypt actually came into being. It just came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like they taught in school, and I was like, that never made fucking sense to me.
No. And it's got all that water erosion on the Sphinx, like the Sphinx has all this water erosion on it, and they're out in the desert. It's just weird. But Josh Reeves has more or less found out. Dallas, Texas is about 486,000 years old, at least.
Huh.
Dallas, Texas. I mean, that's weird. Because that rock wall. They got a little town in Dallas called Rock Wall.
Right. I fucking saw an article about that shit. Right, dude. And see, right.
And there's the elongated skulls down there.
Buried, man.
And the elongated skulls is one of my main points that I study is the elongated skulls.
Right. Okay.
So I went down there to Peru and checked them out, and then did the ayahuasca ritual and stuff like that. I've always been fascinated with those elongated skulls since I was a child. But one thing, another fascination or thing that I study is these ghost lights, because there's a deal in Texas called Ghost Light Road, and what it really is these glowing orbs. And I've gone and taken footage of them with high definition videos cameras, and I've been able to tape on video the entities within the orbs. And they look like ETs, like the classic ETs that we've been shown. They look like that, and I've got it on film and stills and everything. Yeah, I can send you the stills. I can send you the videos.
Sure. Yeah, I'd like to be able to check that out, man. There's just fucking there's no denying that this shit's fucking real, right?
I know.
Okay.
It's weird. It's like I'm sitting on top of, and I've had it for years, 4 or 5 years. Some of them, and it's in some of my videos about Ghost Light Road. But I mean, in my opinion, I'm sitting on some of the most badass UFO footage ever, and that I personally filmed, and it's like weird that people have been interested in it, but it's like I just would have thought that it would be more earth-shattering than that, or more interesting.
Have you ever presented any of that public, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've got videos that are my Ghost Light Road videos, but people just see me talking crazy and stuff like that. But if they watch it, I can just send you a link to the videos and tell you at what minute to start watching. But you see, they threw up this deal. They threw up a wall of fear. I'm scared.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm interacting with them. If you chase them, they run away. If you run away, they chase you. Then you get surrounded, and then it's just. I've done 4 investigations up there, and it's the first really paranormal experience I've ever had in my life that I know of. And I went up there and I was experiencing the phenomenon within the first 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I mean,
how long ago was that?
The last one I did, the last investigation I did was in 2016, but I've done 4. So I did, I probably started in 2012, maybe one a year for 4 years.
Okay. Yeah. I got other friends in network that have absolutely authentic UFO footage, man. Like it's crazy, man. But okay. What the fuck's really going on here, right?
Yeah, and I believe that I'm totally convinced that Bigfoot is 100% real.
I'm from Washington State, man.
Oh, wow. Where are you right now? Oh, you're on the East Coast right now, though.
Well, I'm in the Midwest, actually, here in Indiana.
Oh, okay. Are you in?
I'm from Seattle, Washington, originally, man.
Oh, okay.
That's where I grew up, and I lived in Alaska for 6 fucking years, for Christ's sake, man.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
And I've lived lived in Southern California. I lived in Arizona. I lived in fucking Tennessee.
Are you and me on the
Um,
same time zone?
I'm Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, Eastern. Okay, I'm Central.
Okay, so it's an hour, like about an hour ahead. Okay. Yeah, that's no worries, man. Time zones and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I've seen shit, like I said, that a lot of people are talking about, and also stuff that nobody's ever fucking even talked about. Seen stuff in the sky, man. You know, just
Well, God,
it's
you've
like
been on the ships, right? You've been on those ships.
yeah, I have, and
Was it your real body, or was it your astral body, or was it your physical
it was
body?
that it was astral.
That I've suspected. Is that when people go on these ships, or is it usually that their astral body that's up there?
Yep.
I figured that. That just makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Even if they think it's their physical body, it's really their astral. Their physical body's back there in bed, right?
Yep.
That's
Usually,
I
that's
figured.
usually the case. Because we're dealing with interdimensional thought form entities, man. And these grid works of consciousness, they're just as real as the physical world. Okay.
They're
But
just
we're not just physical, right? We have an etheric body, you have the mental and emotional body, you
yeah.
have your spirit,
You have
spirit
the
soul
subtle
code
bodies.
template now.
Yeah, we have our subtle bodies.
Yep.
Okay, well let me ask you this: Are the like the reptilians or whatever? Are they astral? Are they all? They're not. Are they physical?
I think some of them are. I've never seen a full on fucking, physical fucking draconian or reptilian or any alien for that matter, except the fucking Zetas.
Except,
I had a Zeta Gray, the Grays.
yeah.
I had a Zeta Gray come to my window in 1994. My friend Danny Walker was witness to it as well.
And
And it telepathically linked up with me. It wanted to fucking harm me, dude. It was there to fucking, like, whatever the fuck it was. But we went after it. I said, fuck this shit. I broke that telepathic connection, and it was looking at me through my fucking window, man. And I'm looking right at this fucking thing.
uh-huh.
And I woke my friend up. He was staying the night that night, with me. And I woke him up. I was like, do you fucking see what I'm seeing right now? And he's like, what the fuck is that? And that's when I snapped out of it. He grabbed the fucking baseball bat. I grabbed the fucking chain with the fucking lock, dude. And we went after this motherfucking thing. It was gone by the time we got out.
Yeah.
Out there.
I have a
But
I have a
I haven't seen in body physical body a draconian or reptilian, an insectoid or any of these other races. So,
I somehow have a knowledge that I can kill those
but I
motherfuckers.
do know they exist. They are real on a multidimensional level, and where a lot of them like to hang out is the fourth dimension, because they can control shit from there. They don't have to actually drop in. They can work through their fucking meat puppets on ground level, and we all know who the fuck those people are. And they just fuck how can I say it? I remember going on missions and stuff like that, being in context of like super soldier shit and all this kind of stuff, dropping into a fucking facility like a cosmic fucking ninja, man. And I was on this catwalk, and across from the catwalk I'm looking over at all these like workstations, right, where all of these like grays were sitting, and it was this really fucking high tech shit, okay. And there were draconians walking around like behind them, just like monitoring everything, making sure that everything was running right. Now, and back in the corridors off to the side were all of these fucking humans, their etheric bodies linked up to this fucking machine, dude. Where they were all literally linked up like the fucking Matrix movies shows you. But that shit's fucking watered down compared to what I actually fucking saw, man. And I wasn't even thinking about the fucking Matrix movies.
What were you there to do?
Well, I took them the fuck out, man. And I was setting these motherfuckers free, etherically speaking. etherically speaking. And it's interesting because when that was going on, I think I actually met some of those people in real time without them even fucking knowing it. And these people were like, they were like really jovial, and it seemed they were, you know, like they had been released. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, you know, it's like you can tell who's fucking hooked, man. You can tell who's hooked the fuck in on because of their state of fucking consciousness, their state of mind, how they are being and acting and moving. What are they doing, right? And so yeah, so all of this is happening in the physical world, but it's also happening in the etheric, and all these different grid works where people are fucking, you know, keyed in, and this is how they're all keyed in, and this is where they're running shit from. As far as I'm concerned, with what my experience has been, this is what the fuck is going on. And the way we win this fucking war is by healing. You know, removing all of the fucking hook in points within our energy bodies, sealing that shit the fuck off, and then pulling ourselves back into alignment. That's when you become sovereign, and they can't fuck with you, man. They can try, but if there's no inroad with it within what was the term that you used? The subtle bodies, then they can't fuck with you, man. And it's a lot harder dealing with it than it sounds just saying that, you know, because we're in a fucking war. We're in a goddamn fucking war, and you know the question is now, are we going to win? How do we win? Do we fight on their fucking terms? We're going to fight according to their fucking rules. Because I think if people want to go that route, they're going to get raked the fuck out, man. It's like you don't ever fight the enemy on their terms.
Right.
You don't allow yourself to be drawn the fuck out. You know, and they always got the flanks. They always got the flanks, man. Watch out for the flanks. You know, because they got that initial, you know, distraction, but then you know, it's like they got all these fucking things off to the side you can't even see. So, you know,
Yeah.
paying attention to the peripheral shit that's going on a multidimensional level, I think is very important, you know, because people can get really, really fucking zeroed in on certain fucking things in context to all this stuff that we're talking about and other people in network are talking about, man. And it's a lot, you know, that people are dealing with, and it sounds absolutely fucking insane to most people, right? I mean, have you dealt with that, man? Like, you just think to yourself, like, man, I must be absolutely fucking insane, you know, to, you know, think that any of this is fucking real, right? And then it's like, who do you talk to about it, right? Anyhow, I'm just kind of ranting, dude. I don't know what you're thinking, but that's
if they can't get at you directly, they'll try to get to you through other people.
that too, absolutely. Yep. So it's the material that I'm in study with in context to the higher occult sciences, it gets into all this and fucking even more, and to what we actually are potentially connected to if we heal, and unless you actually become a viable player on the fucking field, none of these factions are going to have respect for you.
And you can't do that until you heal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And healing is number one when it comes to you know, our practice and the inner circle, and what we're trying to really, you know, push forward is the healing arts, man. And this is what I was trying to do along with Max Spears back in 2016. Like, and this was the direction he was wanting to go as well, getting away from all this super soldier stuff and all this crazy stuff that people are dealing with. It's like, okay, what the fuck are we actually going to do about it? You know? What do you want to fucking do about it?
Did you know him?
I did. For a time, and I think that he and I are, you know, part of the same, you know, quote unquote soul group or whatever the fuck, you know. There's many soul groups on the planet, um, with one another, even amongst themselves, man. You know, it sucks because it's just going to keep happening over and over and over and over, man, until we, as humanity, catch it. As far as I'm concerned, however that happens and when it happens, I have no fucking idea. I just know that individuals like you and I are here to do some real fucking shit and do it with some passion and and inform other people about what's really fucking going on, man. And I think you're doing a great fucking job, actually.
Thank you.
I checked out some of your videos and the conversations that you've had with other people, and I can see where you were before, like when you came on with Miles, right? The transition from that to where things are now, man. And it's like a lot more wisdom and proper knowledge is coming in now, I think.
I've been learning, but I would be interested to find out more about the healing arts.
Yeah, man, you can hop over to my website. It's just Black Earth Productionz with a Z.com and check out the services page, man. That's what we got going right now. And yeah, people are going to have to pay for my time for, you know, one-on-one mentorship.
Of course.
I follow the law of Gebo, you know, it's a energy. And
of course.
So there's that. That's available to you know, whoever wants to be, you know, initiated. We have other services as well, but I have more coming too. I have more coming in context, especially getting into the true universal tree of life. And this is something that is not present on the planet yet, man.
The true what?
The true universal tree of life.
Oh, the true universal tree of life.
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, I don't condone Kabbalah. I don't. I was in practice with it for over 10 fucking years, and in context to the angelic grid works of consciousness, Raziel is one of my patrons. And he told me, Raziel told me straight up, this shit's fucking distorted. This shit has missing gears. And it's not only been revealed to me back when this was happening back in 2011 with me, but it's been mathematically fucking proven with another individual that's a part of my inner circle. If you go on to Black Earth Productionz and you watch the video Yggdrasil, Spindle of the Universal Tree of Life, absolutely 100% irrefutable.
Yeah, I'll check that out. I think I've seen that video. Just the ad, you know, just the thumbnail for it.
Okay.
I like the Yggdrasil, you know, concept.
Yeah, and Yggdrasil is everything to do with the spindle of the reality field, man. Really learning how to master the life force energy and energy force that we have to work with, man. Kabbalah is inverted, Klipothian. There's no difference between Kabbalah and Klipoth, man.
Of course.
Just because they're playing both sides, like you were talking about the question that you had about, you know, the angels and the demons. Is it
right? They're all demons.
Yeah. And they will come in the guise of benevolence if that's something that's going to hook someone into their good works of consciousness. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying the true angelics don't exist. They do. The angelics exist. The fallen Anu are real, man. These alien factions, all this fucking shit we're talking about, it's fucking real. But what's even more fucking real is what connects us beyond it all here in Midgard. Because like I said, all worlds are converging here. And they can't do what we can do on ground level, man. And that is what we are here to remember. Okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, quote unquote, ascension happens the fuck here. What we do here is going to have an effect on the rest of the 9 worlds, not just those worlds, but the worlds even beyond that, getting into the true universal tree of life, man. And this is something that I've been tasked with to unfold within the next 8 years. So
fascinating.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. And I got to go at pace with everything, but no, I wanted to connect with you. I know you've been, you know, trying to hit me up and yeah, I had to do it tonight. I was like, fuck it, man. I gotta get a hold of this guy and have a conversation for real.
Kick ass.
So, anyways, man, it's I think it's gonna be good. So yeah, we're on for next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday, man.
All right, man. I'll see you then, brother.
All right, sounds good.
Later.
Like.